Hey everybody, Craig Cottle, Director of Nature Reliance School, coming to you today because we got a nice little spot right here that could or could not be a spot to set up a shelter, a survival shelter, or even if you're camping out here. And that's why we want to talk about it today. So what we particularly have here is an old cutout for an old logging road, and then there's been a newer road that's been put in near it, and so we've got this buildup on both sides. So this would provide a lot of windbreak right in here. Now that's a fantastic thing to find in a wilderness situation because this doesn't appear naturally, but you can sometimes stumble upon stuff like this, maybe because a root ball comes up on two sides and you've got good wind breaks. So keeping the wind off you is of vital importance. But here's what happens. Particularly in a situation like this where we've got a road cut out, this could be, in a lot of areas in the country, you know what I'm talking about, this could be a good spot for a flash flood. And so not in this particular weather, obviously, in this winter cold weather, but in a situation where we find this and we want to get out of the wind maybe in the spring or fall, you got to be aware that you could have a lot of water run through here. Even if you're not concerned about a flash flood, what you could run into is that because this is covered on both sides and there's not a lot of wind, this might be the exact place where there's a lot of moisture. And so with that, that's where the mosquitoes might be. That's where there's going to be moisture. If you place your tent down, it might get wet on the bottom. Any number of things you need to be concerned about if you get in a spot like this. So if it were me and I was going to set up a camping spot right here, because again, it does provide good cover and it does provide a good windbreak, I'm going to dig through and see how moist in comparison to the ground that's around it. Is it incredibly wet? Is it damp? Is it soaked? If it is, it's probably not the best spot to hang out because there's a good chance it's going to hold a lot of moisture on you if you camp there. So I hope that helps. Otherwise, this would be a really fantastic place. If I find that it doesn't have a lot of moisture, I'm going to set up right here to get out of the wind, hold a lot of heat in here. I can set a fire on one side, use it as a reflector, any number of things for a good survival setup, or a good place just simply to camp. As always, this is Craig Cottle from Nature Reliance School. Come on, join in. Let's learn together.